Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at something
Right.
pretty interesting, I think. Uh, you know how we're always talking about
Yeah.
how global politics are all kind of intertwined and
Mm.
how trends pop up in like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
weirdest places, right?
Right, right.
So get this, we found this piece
Okay.
called A Tale of Two Nations, Parallels in Political Sentiment.
Interesting.
And it's talking about the U.S. and Pakistan.
Wow. Okay.
Now, on the surface, like totally different
Like
places,
Mhm.
right? Different histories, cultures.
Different
Yeah,
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
But politically, they're going through something kind of similar, and
This is gonna be good.
it's pretty wild. So basically,
Lay it on me.
both countries have seen this huge surge in support
Okay.
for what you might call outsiders.
Outsiders. Right. Like who?
Well, in the U.S., the most obvious example
Hmm.
is Donald Trump, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
And then in Pakistan, you have Imran Khan.
Okay. Yeah, I can't see that.
And the piece argues that it's not just about these big personalities.
No.
It's more about a deeper feeling
Mm-hmm.
that a lot of people in both countries have. Like they're disillusioned with the whole,
System.
the system. Yeah. They feel like the establishment, whether it's one party or the other, doesn't really get them to understand their problems.
Interesting. So like how does this play out?
So in Pakistan, the article talks about how Khan really tapped into this feeling
Yeah.
that the existing power structures were just like totally corrupt, super elitist,
Yeah.
and people felt like he was like a symbol of resistance against that,
Right. Pushing back against the status quo.
Exactly. And then in the U.S., it was interesting because Trump, I mean,
He's not exactly
an everyman.
the everyman, right? Like
Yeah.
he's super wealthy. But his supporters felt like he understood their anxieties.
Their frustrations.
Yeah. The things that the establishment was ignoring. They saw him as like this
I
disruption.
remember to shake things up. Yeah. Who could challenge the system?
Wow. So this whole populism thing.
Right. Isn't that wild?
It's happening everywhere.
Yeah. But like WHY now, why are we seeing this in so many different places?
That's the big question, right?
Yeah. It's got to be more than just a coincidence.
Well, you have to think about it in terms of the broader trends globally. Like
Yeah.
people are disillusioned with traditional politics.
You're talking about that
It's what they call
democratic fatigue.
Yeah, exactly. Like in both countries, the U.S. and Pakistan, people are struggling with the economy, jobs, opportunities, and
Right. They feel like
yeah,
the system is rigged.
against them. Like it doesn't matter who's in charge. Nothing really changes.
So it's almost like they're looking for something, anything
And they're
different.
desperate for change.
Yeah. And that's where figures like Trump and Khan come in.
They represent that change.
Right. They're seen as authentic. Like they
yeah.
get it. They understand the struggles,
They make promises.
even if those promises are maybe a little
Well, realistic sometimes.
Yeah. Unrealistic. But like people are willing to take that chance.
It's because anything's better than the status quo.
It makes you think about what this means for the future of these countries,
Yeah.
of democracy itself.
Right. Like, is this a blip
Is it just a phase?
or is this something more fundamental?
Like a permanent shift?
In how people view power and leadership.
It's a huge question.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't know the answer,
Yeah.
but it's something we all need to
Be thinking about for sure.
absolutely. Like these two countries
Mhm.
seem so different on the surface, but
Underneath a lot of the same anxiety.
exactly. And that's what makes this so fascinating.
It really is.
Well, on that note, we got to wrap up. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Mm-hmm.
And keep those brains working because the answers to these questions, well, they might be closer than we think. See you next time.